Hey guys, I want us to learn how to make a cuff of like an arm of a cardigan or a sweater. So we are going to do our ribbing. I cast on 27 here. We're going to do a ribbing of 1 by 1 ribbing, and this is how I work it. We're going to do 10 rows, and I've already casted on my stitches, so let us start. So to begin, I usually begin with a purl. You can either begin with a purl or a knit stitch. So you purl, then you knit the next stitch, then you purl, knit the next stitch, purl, knit the next stitch, and then you just continue like that until the end. Yeah, so that's the end. I've ended with a purl stitch here. So to begin, when you turn your roll to the other side, when you turn your work, you're going to begin with a knit stitch. So what you ended with a purl stitch, this side you begin with a knit stitch. So it's knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. Just continue with that pattern until the end. So that was the second row. So you're going to just continue like that until you have 10 rows. Then we shall start the upper part of the cuff, and then I'll show you how to increase. Yeah, so let's just continue, and then let us meet after the 10 rows. So this is my 10th row, and I'm finalizing with it. And this is our cuff. This is how it looks like. And if you don't know how to count, you don't know how many rows you have made, and you want to learn how to count, you can count like this. So this right here, it will be your first row, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means you've done 10 rows. That's how I usually count them. So those are 10 rows of the cuff. Then when you're doing the increase for like the bulging part of the arm, this is how I do my increase. I know there are many ways of increasing, but this is what has worked for me for the time I have been knitting. If I find another beautiful way, I'll definitely come and share it. So today I'll be showing you how I do my increases. So this is going to be a knit row, a full knit row while we are doing an increase. So I knit the first stitch, then I go between here, and then I put a stitch there. Then I knit the next one. I go into that space between put a stitch, knit the next one, then go into that space here, add a stitch, knit, add a stitch here, knit, add a stitch here, knit, add a stitch. That's how I do the increase until the end. I usually prefer to do an immediate increase because of the way I want my sweaters to look like, the way I want them to look like. I want the arm to bulge from below up to up. I don't want that the gradual increase, mostly because of the type of designs that I work with. So this is what I usually do. and just like that we've increased our stitches, as you can see, and now we are ready to start working on the length of the arm. Usually me, I always start my arm from below while I move up towards the shoulder part. So that was the neutral. Then we start the parallel. We can count though the stitches and we see how many stitches we now have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. We now have 53 stitches on our needle. Now 53 can be it's a good width for your arm. It will fit someone from small to large actually. It will fit them so well on the arm. But someone is beyond that, maybe you can add more stitches. You can just, as you keep going, you can keep adding stitches like on the ends to achieve the width that you want, depending on how big you want your arm to become. Yeah. So this row we are going to purl. We are just going to purl the whole row until the end. And that was the last of it, so that's how. Yeah, so that's how our arm is going to go. Just continue from there until the end, until the height that you want. Yeah, that's the end of how to start your arm, how to make your arm of a sweater or a cardigan that you're working on.